Hey, what's up everybody, I am Leslie Murphy, and in today's video I'm showing you all the tough transition from iMovie to DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm looking this way on my computer, I'm going to show you all first iMovie, and then I will then show you all the DaVinci Resolve and how different those two things are. Now, I started using iMovie back in like 2011, I think, and it is so easy to use. And even when they upgraded their software, it took some time getting used to it, but now it is like so easy. But there are some cons to iMovie. You know, if you just want one overlay, then that's fine, you can use iMovie. But if you want more than one overlay, then you can't really do it without saving the file that you've created, the video that you've created, and then putting that video, the finished video, back into iMovie, and then putting the second overlay on top of the other one that you wanted, and so on and so on and so on until you get what you want. But with DaVinci Resolve, you can do that. You can do more than one overlay, which is one of the reasons why I chose it. But anyway, let's just get right into and show you all iMovie. Okay, so here, pretty simple. You just, this is some gameplay from Assassin's Creed Revelations. And yeah, basically if you wanted to see here, you just move the mouse back and forth and it changes what's here. So this is what you're saying. This is like the media pool, basically. This is where you put all your media, everything in there. And then you can just do this and then like right click on it and then split clip, and then see that you wanted this gone, you just click it and then the delete button, and that's it. And then you could even do this, and then the transitions right here, they don't have a lot to choose from. You know, they have like this right here. And iMovie, it kind of takes a second for it to load, but then you can like do this. So let's try that. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. That was a little bit too far. Yeah. So boom, and then boom. Like those are the transitions that you have. Bad idea to do it there. It's a back screen. Let me move that to here. Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh my gosh, I haven't used iMovie in a while. I've been trying to do DaVinci Resolve. Okay, what did I do? Seriously. I did the circle. Why is it in the circle? Liars. Okay, anyway. Then if you wanted a background, like if you had a green screen or something like that, or you doing like a video where you just had text in it, you could use these. This is basically what a lot of people do. But if you, I don't know why I was creating the world map. Yeah, you could do this. A lot of people do this for vlogs and stuff like that. They have the map and then they have it from where they are and then going to where they're going. Titles, you know, it is really easy. Then all you do, see, you kind of like run your mouse over it and it shows you what to do. And see, then you just like drag, and then like I would type in that's not how I spell my name. And then you just do this, and then boom. And then you could double click on it, and then you have all of these things. It could be like that, or it could be like that. It could be to the left, or to the right, or centered. You could change the font. And I like how it has the font, like how it looks. A lot of programs have the names of the fonts, but they don't have it to where it actually looks like the font. Like on DaVinci Resolve, that's actually kind of a con, is is they have the font there that you can choose, but they don't actually have it for how it looks. So I give props to iMovie for them having this sort of function here. Next is audio. You can do sound effects. Every single sound effect known to man is basically on here. You can do airplane, cabin, alarm, barn door close, and if you wanted like to do like the small noise to come on whenever something pops up on your screen, you know, you could do it like that. You can also do songs and stuff that you have from iTunes, or if you recorded and saved an audio track onto iTunes that you want to incorporate to your video, you can do that as well. You can get that from iTunes. But yeah, I mean, it is basically, I mean, the main thing here is just being able to just right click and then move this. This is what I'm so used to, because like here, if I could have seen the end here, see the line at the end keeps going, but the screen here doesn't move. So I'm used to having to move this along with this if I want to see what is going on. And you can, and what I do whenever I edit videos, I pay attention to the audio right here to see if there's like a pause or something like that, and then I can like do like a little transition or cut something out if something's bad. So yeah, so then yeah, that is basically it with iMovie. It is so, and sometimes I do that. Sometimes I will then click on that. So yeah, let's just, yeah. And then that is basically it. Okay, now we're done with iMovie. It's pretty simple, as you all saw. It is really simple. Oh wait, and then if you wanted to add something else on top of it, and then you can do split screen like that, and then boom, and then there. Like this is the one on the right is the video on the bottom, and then the one on the left is the video that's on top. But see, as I said, you can't do one on top. See, it just takes it away. You can't do it on top. It really stinks. See, it's even starting to like glitch out now that I'm trying to do it. But okay, now that we're done with iMovie, I'm going to show you all DaVinci Resolve. It looks a little bit like iMovie in some regards. Like, you know, this is where you put the media stuff. This is where the video would be popping up. Here is where you can like trim and cut and stuff like that. But dang it, I hate this so much when it comes to this. Oh my gosh. So here it is. This is where you put the media clips into, this is where you just basically just drop all the clips you have, so that you have a vlog that you're doing. You put all those clips into this part right here. Then once you have all of them in it, you go over to this one right here, and then you start trimming and clipping and stuff like that. So, and then like I said, here is, you know, the transitions, and they have a lot of transitions, a lot more than iMovie. This is a basic, you know, blur, cross dissolve, stuff like that, like smooth cuts. And then here are some other ones, and then motion, push, slide, stuff like that. They have a lot of stuff in here. Titles, they have a lot of titles, a lot more than iMovie. I love this. I love that you can have so many, like so many more options, because then it gives you the freedom to try out new things for your videos, which is pretty cool. Man, I have not been in here in a while. Then the effects, you can, box blur, basically, like I said, I mean, I am not a pro at this at all. I've just started using it like last week. But from what I've been able to gather with watching videos and trial and error stuff by myself, Basically what you can do is you can just blur out a section of your video, which is pretty cool. A lens blur, transform, stuff like that. Like, especially, and a lot of these are stuff that you're gonna have to just like trial and error yourself to see what they do, because, you know, like I have no idea what the heck these things are right here. I don't know what these are. I don't know. I'm just gonna show you how much I've gotten into here. But basically, this is where you would, let me grab something. Here, I actually have a video on here that I have already done. It's how to get any font you want. Yeah, see, the clips have a different frame rate than the current project settings. Would you like to change your timeline frame rate and video format to match? Doesn't matter, you need to click change, obviously, so you can do it. See, but then in iMovie, if I move my mouse around, it would then move this little thing here. But the problem is, I have to move this to do it. So I have to move this, so it is a little bit hard, because I'm not used to that, like I said. But then, it is similar to iMovie in this regard. All you do is right click and then split. And then let's try a transition. Let's go down here. Let's try a star. See, then boop. Then boop. And then boop. See, then it has to like buffer for a second. But let's try that again. Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Nope, didn't mean to do that. It's a little bit hard. There. Now let's try this. See? It's not easier to tell what you're doing as long as the clip isn't almost exact to what you want to transition from. So like this, you can kind of tell. Yeah, so that's cool. You can also do, I clicked split. Thank you. See, and then titles, you can do 3D title neon something. I don't know anymore. I don't know how you change them. That's the problem. I don't know how you change them. How do you change them? I don't. That's the problem for me. Uh-oh. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, that's so cool though. I did not know you could do that. That is so cool. How does it turn on? Like, boo. Oh, that's cool. So like fades in and then fades out. Okay, that's cool. I just found something else that I love. Okay, so that you have like clipped and everything and added traces and everything like that. Basically, with DaVinci Resolve, you have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, it has each step marked out for you. Like the first one is gotta put the media in there. Second one, you gotta trim, clip, and add everything you need to. This one is for, this looks a little daunting. Basically this is where you do your audio and like you can like, you know, make it, that's how you can make it do that, like kind of like fade in some. But this is basically where you would do the audio and change it and stuff like that. Then fusion composition, get into that in a future video. But see, and then this is where I love it because you can also add stuff on top of it. You can have a lot of overlays, which I love. Here is one of my favorite things though with DaVinci Resolve. And you have the finished product, so you finished your thing. Your oh gosh, your video, you finished it. Then you want to add something fancy. Basically this thing, I will be getting into this in a future video, but this is basically, it is very daunting. When I first saw this, I was like, what the heck is this? But once I started watching videos on it, it started making a little bit more sense. And I even made this by myself without watching a video. Okay, so, but then this is a little bit advanced. But then if you wanted to change the color and stuff like that, you wanted to like do like color grading and stuff like that, this is where, you know, the lift, gamma, gain, offset, pre, self-explanatory. But you can also do some other stuff here, and getting that in a future video. Then you could add, this is basically where I haven't really actually touched this that much, like, at all. I think this is where you would do like voiceovers and stuff like that. Because it looks all stuff like that. I actually don't know what the heck this is. Huh. Yeah, but then at the end you have this, and this is where you you can custom, you can do it to YouTube, Vimeo, ProRes, etc., and then do like that. Oh, audio only. That's cool. So you can use it for voiceover. That's awesome. I might do that sometime. But yeah, and then all you do is change the file name, the location. I like to do on my desktop. It is kind of similar to iMovie on how you do it, like in that regard. But yeah. So yeah, the pros with iMovie is the ease with it. It is so easy. I mean, it is ridiculously easy. I love it so much. The pro with DaVinci Resolve is the fact that you can have more than one overlay, which is something that iMovie does not have, which really stinks. But also, another pro with DaVinci Resolve is the fact that you can make these animations and stuff like that if you really wanted to. If you wanted to up your video game and add more little effects and stuff like that to make your videos a whole lot better, you can do that with DaVinci Resolve. But with iMovie, you can't really do anything. You can't really, you can't really have anything like that because it's just iMovie. It only edits videos. It doesn't really do anything else like DaVinci Resolve. If you all saw anything here on DaVinci Resolve specifically that you all want me to do, be sure to comment down below what you would like for me to show you. Like I said, I have a lot to learn with this, but I did make this, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you again next week. If you all want more videos on how I edit videos or more YouTube tricks, be sure to click the playlist right here, YouTube tricks, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye guys.